Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to your summer session of the African American Experience. My name is Dr. Rounds, and I will be your professor. Uh, the purpose of this video is to walk you through the Blackboard page, which we will be using to provide all the course materials in which you will be using to submit all your coursework. The first thing that you see when you sign on to the Blackboard page is the course syllabi, which is not the most exciting thing in the world, but there are a couple of things here that I do want to highlight, which will help you understand, how we will be conducting this course, and will probably prevent a lot of questions that might otherwise arise. Now, I always provide an image for my syllabi, and this image is about the best I can manage to save as a screen capture from one of the many videos that was shared on social media during the student protest in May about the very, very, let's say, questionable or regrettable initial decision about the commencement speaker. The reason I chose this image is because one of the things that this course will consider is the civil rights movement. And what happened in May on this campus is a brilliant demonstration about what the young activists of the civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s did. And that all these years later, you are still kind of continuing that tradition, the best of that tradition, and that you were able to utilize it in a way that got results. So it's just one recent example of how things that we will be covering in this class are not ancient history, but are still very much relevant and all around us here in the year 2026. Now, of course, here is the contact information, how to get in touch with me. Obviously, this being an online course, office hours and things like that are not really relevant. So if you need to get in touch with me, email is the way to do it. I try to always respond in a very timely manner. You can read through all this material, if you want. It's just a course description. I will note that there is no textbook that you need to purchase for this course. Everything that you need is free access provided to you. You will not be spending another cent. You've already spent enough cents on your education. No need when there's so much good material out there for free. This is a course outline. Now, all this stuff is on another part of the Blackboard page that I'll show you in just a minute. But if you are somebody who likes to keep a calendar, let's say, of all due dates and things like that, this provides a rundown of what we will be covering and when stuff is due. This is how your grade is going to be calculated. There are 2 written assignments that you will be completing. There are 2 sets of discussion questions. Here they're labeled as quizzes, but they're not quizzes. They're just like 5 questions that are on course material that you will be answering, open notes, open source. It's kind of just like a way of ensuring that you're kind of keeping up with and understanding key concepts. And then there is 1 project. Project is really just a more extensive assignment that you'll be completing and submitting for the last day of the semester. Attendance, obviously, that's not something that's really important here. But one thing that is, you can see, it's in red, bold-faced, italicized type, is getting your work in on time. Things are due when they are due, and they're due for a reason. And that's like the one thing that all students who take my classes will tell you. Get your work in on time. Now, obviously, if you have some difficulties, some hardships you are going through, a physical problem or a personal problem, things that are kind of pulling your attention away from your schoolwork, get in touch with me. And as long as it's a legitimate thing, I'm very good about granting extensions. So I will work with you if you can demonstrate that you have, something that is making it difficult for you to stay current with your work. But that aside, get your work in. All right. So how will you access the material for the course? Just go to the left tab here where it says assignments, course content. And there you go. This is where you will access all the notes, all the assignments, all the discussion questions, and the project at the end of the semester. I can't scroll all the way down because my little, face screen here is blocking it. But I think you can kind of, see that everything that you need here is available. And I'll be emailing you once a week, usually on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, just to kind of make sure that you are keeping current with the material and to remind you about things that are coming up due. Uh, so yeah, that's a basic rundown. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know.